I am done waiting to feel ready. Does anybody understand what I'm saying? Is there anybody in the room with me that understands what I am saying? Hey girl, my name is Cece May. I am here because I am on a journey to becoming her, intentionally becoming the woman that I know and desire to be, and I want you to come along with me. Let me take you back to 2019. I was single, living in St. Louis, Missouri, which is, if you don't know, right in the middle of the country in the Midwest. And that is where I'm born and raised. That's where my family is from. In 2019, I was a nanny. Like I told you in my last video, I was a nanny for 5 years. By that time, I had realized that this season was going to come to an end. The kids are going to grow up, they're going to go to school. There's not going to be a need for a nanny anymore. So I took time. I had to sit back and really think, what do I want? And then it dawned on me, I want to get out of St. Louis. So I literally just started going around to my family and friends saying, hey, I'm leaving. I don't know where I'm going and I don't know when I'm going, but I'm just letting you know that I am moving out of St. Louis. I said this for years. So I would take out time and just spend time with them and bond with them and just casually remind them that I was going to be leaving St. Louis at some point. My now husband found me online and we started dating. And I just knew when I first met him that he was going to be my husband. I just knew. I don't know how I knew. It had never happened to me before, but I knew. And he was living half a country away in Philadelphia. So I still just questioned myself, like, where am I going? What do I want? So I just started to prepare myself. I started to prepare my finances and save money, make sure my credit was good, and just kind of set myself up to be ready to move. Because if you know, when God says it's time to go, it is time to go, and you need to be ready. That's exactly what I was setting myself up for. So my friend at the time was a flight attendant and said to me, why don't you go and be a flight attendant? And I said, I don't know why I never thought of that. I had multiple friends that were flight attendants, and I had never thought, like, go be a flight attendant. Like, there's bases all over the country. You can pick where you want to live. I applied for American, but I was under their regional company, which is PSA. I did the video interview and then they invited me for a face to face interview. So the day before I was about to leave for the interview, I got so sick. Like I literally felt like I was being attacked. I was so sick. And I was going to reschedule. And my friend said to me, you really think you should reschedule? And I had to sit back and think about it because I had been saying over and over again that I was leaving St. Louis. This felt like my ticket. It felt like God was like, yes, this is what's about to happen for you because you've been speaking it, you've been preparing, you've been believing that this was what was going to happen. So I decided to go ahead and go to the interview. They flew me out to North Carolina. And when I got there, it was a group interview. And the other people that I was interviewing with were like, you look like a flight attendant. You sound like a flight attendant. And no, don't get me wrong. I had done my research. I had asked my friend plenty of questions about being a flight attendant. I had to watch YouTube videos. Like I had done all the work. So when I showed up to the interview, it looked like I was already ready, to start the job. So I ended up getting the job, or I got a conditional offer the same day. So basically, after my background and everything came back, I was a flight attendant. So I left North Carolina a flight attendant. So I just wanted to tell you that story because that's kind of exactly where I am now. And I really had to find a parallel because I needed to remind myself that when you give yourself the time and space to just kind of wonder, kind of dream about what it is that you want. I don't know if this has happened to you, but if you're here and you're a content creator, then I'm sure this has happened to you multiple times. It happened to me for years. I knew that I wanted to start a YouTube and I just kept putting it off because I just did not feel ready. And I kept getting online and I kept saying, why you should start a YouTube. Blah, 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 YouTube. It was always some kind of video that was like, you need to start a YouTube page. And I was just like, oh gosh. So this happened all up until a month and a half ago. So I had realized that I, one, have always had a passion for helping women. And two, I graduated with a TV and film degree. I know how to edit. Like I know, but it was 15 years ago. Don't judge me on my age, but it was 15 years ago. But I had never been able to use my degree and put my passion all together in one, which is why I'm here starting this YouTube now. Because I know that I have a voice and I know that I have things that need to be said, and I know there's people that need to hear what I have to say. But let me tell you, the preparing that I did, there was some, but there was a couple of things that I'm still dealing with now that I had not prepared for and I was not ready for. Like one, the perfectionism. Wow, if you are a perfectionist, starting a YouTube is like it almost feels like you're frozen because it's not going to be perfect. I literally, even today, right before recording this video, I was like, it's not going to be perfect. And that's okay. That's okay. It doesn't need to be perfect. I'm not perfect. So there's no, facade about perfection that I need to put forth, for the women that I'm trying to speak to. So that was one of the things. The comparison is so hard. It is so hard to pull away from that comparison. Just watching other women be where you know you want to be and comparing where you are now. But I am actually taking the time out to realize that you don't just pop up and living your dream life. That's just not how it works. And all the women that I watch and that I subscribe to on social media and on YouTube, over the years, I watched each one of them build their life. It took years. Now I'm sitting back and realizing that you're never going to feel ready. It's never going to feel like this is the perfect time. You're just going to have to start. And it's going to be step by step along the way. And so I tied together the time that I had when I wanted to move out of St. Louis about creating and going after a different life, a different atmosphere, a different audience, and reminding myself and just to remind you that if there's something that you want or there's a dream that you have that you've been sitting on, I'm sorry to tell you, but nobody is going to come make that dream come true. You're going to have to get up and do the hard work. I am literally daily am doing the work. Even making this video was such a struggle. My microphone died. The first time I recorded, it was in slow motion. Like, I'm sure if you're a content creator, you understand what I'm saying. But I'm choosing to show up. I am choosing to give it my best effort, even if that effort is not perfect. So I just want to invite you on this journey with me. We have to start taking steps to become the women that we want to be and to go after the things that we dream about. Because, like I said in my last video, the last thing you want to be is a shoulda, coulda, woulda person to get to the end of your life. And honestly, just like my grandmother dying, 2 months ago, it really showed me that like you have your whole life to live. Now, we don't know when we're going to die. We don't know when we're going to leave this earth. But what we do know is that we at least have today to make a difference and to make a step towards the woman that we want to become. I need community. I need some women surrounding me that are also going after their dreams, that are also trying to build themselves up, that are taking intentionally like daily steps to become that woman. I really have a passion to try to get to a certain place by the time I'm 40. I'm 35 now. And I realized through my 30s that I'm never going to become her if I don't put in the time and the effort. It's just not going to happen. There's nobody that's going to come along that's going to poof and make me her. I'm going to have to build her. So I'm taking everything that God has put inside me and It's clear that he wants me to start a YouTube. I don't know if you have had that experience, but it is clear that he wanted me to press record and start to speak. I just want to share my story with you and build my story with you and to watch you do the same. If you didn't tell me what your dreams are in the last video, please comment down below. Let me know what your dreams are. What are you working towards? And if you have no idea, sis, I need you to take some time out for yourself and to figure it out. Because what's the point in walking on a road if you have no destination? It's a waste. It's a waste of time. And it's been 10, 15 years, and I could have started this a long time ago. But it's taken 10 to 15 years for me to get to this point, to me to get on this couch, to get in front of this camera, and to speak to you. But here we are. So let's manifest. Let's speak things into existence that we are wanting, that we are desiring. Let us pray for those things. Let let us connect with that special place in our heart, with that desire to reach our purpose. I want to do that together. If you are on board, please subscribe. We need each other. We need community in order to make this work. All right, girl. I'll see you in the next video.